Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
My name is Joe Brandmeier. In my real life, I am a producer and director and have kind of been fortunate to travel around the world with all kind of cool artists and stuff. But on the side, for the last several years, I've been slowly just taking pictures of my favorite places, which is anything that has to do with up north, northern Wisconsin, northern Michigan, you know, the whole area in the Midwest kind of stuff. And I think why I have such a passion for it is when I was a kid, we have a family, there's 6 kids in our family, 5 boys and 1 girl, and our vacation was always get in the car, head a couple hours in northern Wisconsin, which is kind of in the Eagle River, Wisconsin area. And we have this great log cabin, which my grandpa built, you know, in the early 1900s, and that was our vacation. So we went up there and we hung out for weeks sometimes in the northern woods of Wisconsin. And through that, as kids, we kind of grew to really find a passion for nature, for outdoors, for, you know, animals and wildlife and sunsets. And I think that's kind of where the passion started as a kid. And it just kind of grew into, you know, the real life brought me into photography, and photography brought me into, you know, meeting up with this Tristan Publishing, who kind of turned it into a book. One of the things about the book Up North is it's really important that it's not about my up north, it's about anybody's up north, and I think it's about moments. It's an escape from reality for not only myself, but for a lot of people. And I think the connection is we are all so crazy with our day-to-day lives, and I think nature kind of brings us back to reality. When we were putting the book together, I had about 100 shots that we narrowed down to about 80, and then we kind of laid them out in a format that felt like it made sense in the book. And then what was really important to me is that I handpicked all the quotes, and they're quotes that really, really mean a lot to me. So I think it's a combination of people like John Muir, Albert Einstein, and big thinkers like that, mixed in with, you know, my family. My daughters have a couple of quotes in there, my brothers who I grew up, and my sister who I grew up growing up north with. One of the quotes in the books is from John Muir, who is kind of considered the father of our national parks. And he says, when one tugs at a single thing in nature, he finds it connected to the rest of the world. And I think we truly are really connected in so many ways, whether it's nature or animals or just, you know, day-to-day life. So I think we're all connected and we all look for peace in some form or fashion, and I think nature and up north brings that to us. If you look at my book, I never really considered it a photography book in the sense of what you see in the picture is what I saw through the lens. I'm not a big Photoshop guy. I'm not a big motor drive guy, you know, where we take 75 shots in, you know, half a second. I'm really about the moment. So I think what's different from this book is it truly is what I saw is what you see. It's not touched up, it's not, I mean, you might see a few flaws in there along the way, but basically I think that's what sets me off, is they truly are pure pictures, and they are pure moments tied into reflections of the quotes from, you know, people who really mean a lot to me.
If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org. If you have segment ideas pertaining to North Central Minnesota, contact us at legacy@lptv.org. Common Ground is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund by the vote of the people on November 4th, 2008.